Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Game Version Differences. Today the game that I have here is Tass Times and Tonetown, which was created by Interplay Software and published by Activision. And these two boxes look pretty much the same, but before I go into the differences, let's look over at the back and see what this game's about for those who may not know. Tass Times and Tonetown is sort of a cult classic text adventure game with graphics. I believe the interface is actually graphical, not completely text-based. And you can see some of the screenshots over here, the text and the graphics and the interface there. This guy over here looks really interesting, that crocodile guy. If you read the text, it says, Tonetown is a totally radical dimension where the top tune is tasked by the Daglets, the top gear is Tropaware, and the Ultra Touch haircut is a die cut by Chaz. What are you doing there? Simple. Your favorite old guy Gramps has disappeared from his warm, cozy home dimension. He's stuck in Tonetown. It's up to you to figure out a way to get him out. That's tricky enough, but just to make things even more interesting, there's a character with green scales, dirty fur, and yellow fangs. His name is Franklin Snarl. I guess that's that guy. He's not half as nice as he looks. And if he gets you before you get Gramps, you won't look so great either. Along the way, you'll get lots of help from Ennio the Legend, who used to be Gramps' dog Spot. So it sounds like they're trying to make this like super cool, I guess, like futuristic. It sounds a little bit weird to me, actually.
It's not cool.
It's not cool? Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, maybe in 1984 though, when the game came, or 1986 rather, when the game came out, it was cool. But yeah, I think even back then it seemed a little bit odd. And the graphics or the artwork on the cover is also a little bit sort of out there. But I guess that's the style they were looking for. So anyway, it's like I said, it is a cult classic adventure game. Let's see in terms of the differences here. Well, the main difference you can see right away is that this one on the right here has the shrink wrap on it. It's not sealed and it's not completely covering the top of the box, but the shrink wrap is still there, where the one on the left does not have the shrink wrap. And why is that significant? Well, you can see here that this one on the right has a system label sticker on it. It says disc for the IBM PC, PC Junior, Tandy 1000 and compatible. And that sticker is actually on top of the shrink wrap, which is a little bit unusual. And that's why this one on the left does not have a system sticker, because it doesn't have the shrink wrap. So presumably someone took the shrink wrap off and threw it away at some point. The nice thing is you can definitely tell this is original shrink because it has the sticker on it. It also has this price sticker on it. But it's a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not convenient if you want to be able to open and play your games to lose the system sticker. And then when you're buying a copy like this, you know, it's hard to tell what you're getting. I mean, hopefully this was my original copy actually, and I only picked this one up more recently. So I know I bought this as an IBM version also, even though it didn't have the sticker. But like I said, it makes it a little bit difficult. But that being said, let's open up both of the boxes and see what's inside. So they come with a little plastic tray here, which the contents are in. They both have the same plastic tray, you'll see in a second. And when you open it up, the first thing you'll see is they both come with this Tass Times and Tonetown, the book, which is basically the instructions for the game. Now, one interesting thing you'll see, though, if you examine this carefully, I mean, they both look at a high level like they're somewhat similar, but when you look at this a little to the back, you'll see that there's a serial number on it of G943-37. And this one here also has a serial number, but it's G943-37A. So it sounds like this is a later revision. And in fact, when you open this one up, you'll find that it says on the bottom left here, revision A. Whereas this one over here does not have that. So it definitely seems like this one that came with the shrink wrap copy is the original revision of the manual, and this one here is a later revision. So what's the nature of the changes? Well, I looked through the books a little bit. If you look through this one, they're pretty much exactly the same. But this one here, where it talks about the platforms, references Amiga, Apple II, Apple IIgs, Macintosh, ST, Commodore 64, 128, and then the next page has IBM. This one over here has Amiga, Apple II, Macintosh, ST, Commodore, and IBM, and it does not have the Apple IIgs. That's the one that it's missing. And as a result of them having to add the Apple IIgs in this version here on the left, they actually had to push IBM to the next page. And from then on, everything is shifted a page across. So here, page 10 has these icons and starts with look at. If I open page 10 on this one here, it's Evil Lurks, which is page 11 on this one. So the pages are all shifted over one because of adding in the Apple IIgs version. And then this one here, the original one, actually this is the revision rather, because of that they had to add a bunch of blank pages at the end to sort of make up for that in the printing process. Whereas this one here, it just goes from the warranty right to the note on the end page. Yeah, it is a waste of paper. So basically there's not much of a difference. You'll also see one more place where it mentions Apple IIgs on this version here. Here it says with Apple II and Apple IIgs computers on the newer one. And the same page over here, function key shortcuts, which again is one page over. Here they just mention Apple II and there's no mention of IIgs. So it seems clear this is the earlier version, this is the later version. Again, there's not much difference aside from the fact that there's mention of Apple IIgs in this one and not in this one. And so therefore some people may not care, but if you're looking for the earliest copy release, like some collectors are, then you need to know that there are differences in the manuals. Aside from that, the contents are not too different. There's a newspaper, a big fold-out newspaper from Tonetown, the Tonetown Times.
That's cool.
Which opens up like this, and then it further opens up to like a 4-page newspaper. It gives you some, immersion into the game and some background of what's going on. And basically they both come with this, and it's as far as I can tell exactly the same. There's no difference. This one over here comes with a couple of extra inserts that maybe were in this one but got lost. There's something for personal choice software, which I don't even know why it's in here. Maybe it was related to Activision. I guess, yeah, it says distributed and marketed exclusively by Activision, so that's the connection there. It also comes with an Activision GameStar catalog, which is nice because it has some other cool games they made. There's Hacker 2, Murder on the Mississippi, Alter Ego, the Activision little computer Peel Discovery Kit. These are all classic games. Borrowed Time, Hacker, Ghostbusters, Mind Shadow. A lot of these are Interplay games that Activision published at the time before Interplay became their own publisher. So it's cool to have these catalogs, be able to look through them. And then aside from that, we have the discs. And the discs are pretty much exactly the same. And then this one here is a pin, which I think I might have it in this copy also, but I'm not sure where it is. But this pin is sort of hard to come by. It apparently was included in all copies of the game, but it seems to have gotten lost in almost every copy. Like most copies you find will not have this pin for whatever reason. Either it wasn't in every copy, or it was, and people just wore it and didn't take care of it or whatnot. But if you're looking to buy this game, try to find a copy that has the pin if you can. But aside from that, the contents are basically the same. The only difference we really saw was the book is a little bit different. But one other thing I want to point out is that one thing I noticed when I was making this video, in terms of the boxes themselves, is that the back of the box has a sticker on it, which is actually not on the shrink wrap, but it's underneath the shrink wrap. So here it is over here, and this one, the shrink is off, but the sticker is still there. And this one says TD142. And this one here is under the shrink wrap as well, and it says PD142. And I did some research, and it turns out that PD stands for PC Disc. 142 is the number of this title in the Activision catalog, so Tass Times and Tonetown was 142, I guess. And this sticker is saying that this box is from the IBM PC version of Tass Times. This box here, which is TD142, is not from the IBM PC release. I think it's from the Apple II release. I believe T is Apple II, and then D was Disk, and 142 again was Tass Times. So this box here that I thought was an IBM box actually was an Apple II box that at some point someone swapped for whatever reason. Maybe it was the box got ruined, or it was better condition. And I didn't really know that until I got this one that had the sticker on it that says IBM PC, and then I was able to compare them. And again, this is the type of thing that may not matter to a lot of people. A box is a box, like who cares about the sticker? But if you're very specific about certain things and you want the IBM box, then you got to find the actual IBM box with the right sticker on it, which is this one over here, and not one with a different platform sticker on it. So just an interesting point. Well, anyway, that's it for today. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks very much and have a good day.